The secrecy of the marriage between Senator Padme Amidala and Jedi Knight Anakin Skywalker was bound to cause tension, as they sought to end the Clone War and avoid Anakin's expulsion from the Jedi Order. After an escape from the planet of Scipio, the marriage almost broke completely. Padme, Anakin and the shady Senator Rush Clovis had obtained information exposing the corruption of the Intergalactic Banking Clan and escaped to Coruscant. Upon arrival, the trio are escorted to Palpatine's office by Jedi Grandmaster Yoda, and Padme is assigned to investigate the scheme with Clovis, angering Anakin, as Clovis had constantly sought a relationship with Padme. Despite warnings from Obi-Wan to ensure Anakin did not let his feelings cloud his judgement, Anakin's dark side exploded when he saw Padme with Clovis after a dinner. The Jedi Knight proceeded to choke Clovis, then nearly kill him in hand-to-hand combat before their fight is broken up by Captain Typho. Anakin subsequently apologised to Padme, but the lack of trust between them meant Padme wanted separation from Anakin. But what if Anakin and Padme had actually divorced? How would Anakin react? Would it change Palpatine's eventual manipulation of Anakin to the dark side? As you're going to discover, everything will be different. Jedi Knight Anakin Skywalker leaned on the balcony of Padme's apartment, gazing into the night sky of Coruscant. Turning to the voice of Padme, he apologised for how he had destroyed Clovis. Padme, however, was not willing to listen to Anakin's excuses. The lack of trust from Anakin regarding her professional relationship with Clovis was getting out of hand, coupled with their constant time apart, as Anakin was on the battlefield. Regrettably, Padme asked for a divorce, and not wanting for the news to get out, she informed a trusted official on her home planet of Naboo, and the procedure is soon completed. Padme walked away from Anakin to the outdoors, leaving Anakin totally stunned. The Jedi Knight was forgetting all of his Jedi teachings, as his mind was full of emotions, all of them negative, and he followed Padme in trudging to the outdoors. Anakin continued aimlessly through the streets of Coruscant until he found his way to the Uskru district and its lower level entertainment sector, an area he recognised from his pursuit of bounty hunter Zam Vessel. Entering the dubious Outlander Club, Anakin began to drink heavily and engaged in various games of sabacc. Walking out, Anakin chose to accept numerous death sticks from criminals outside, relieving some of his emotional pain, and he used the Force to ensure that there were no long-lasting effects. Sleeping in one of the narrow side streets, Anakin was falling down. Morning rose on the Jedi Temple, and Obi-Wan's usual meditation was disturbing. He had sensed Anakin's anger the previous day concerning Clovis, but now he could not sense him at all. Running to the quarters of Grandmaster Yoda, the Grandmaster shares his concerns, and he asks for Obi-Wan to look for Anakin and bring him back to the temple. The Jedi Master goes straight for Padme's apartment, just as she is about to leave for a Senate meeting. Senator Amidala knew that Obi-Wan would sense her lies, and told him that Anakin had gone for a walk the previous night, but she had not seen him since. Obi-Wan knew that there was more than Padme was telling him, but did not push her for more information, going back to the Jedi Temple. The Stewjon Master went to the temple's chief investigator Terra Sanube, who was equipped with a vast database of the criminal underworld, and the former council member had been on the case since an unusual disturbance near the galaxy's opera house. The two Jedi ventured to the entertainment district, curious and wary of the criminals around them. Approaching the Outlander Club, they are blocked by a group of death stick dealers who had seen Obi-Wan's lightsaber dangling from his belt. The dealers all crowd around them, murmuring about the Jedi yesterday who had bought their entire stock, and they wanted Obi-Wan and Master Sanube to buy today's death sticks. Master Sanube wisely leaves the area and goes back to the Jedi Temple to search for the details of the dealers, whereas Obi-Wan is in a panic, knowing the effects of death sticks. The Jedi Master runs to the lower levels, ordering Commander Cody to send a search party to look for the lost Anakin. Entering an underground portal in his speeder, Obi-Wan descends through the levels of the underworld, passing through the ships and speeders, and landing by the warehouse, where ARC Trooper 5s had perished, seeing that it was well lit. Obi-Wan took cautious steps as he walked inside, scoping every small space, looking for any clues, until he found himself trapped in a ray shield. Elsewhere, Commander Cody and his searching forces were unaware of Obi-Wan's location, looking around the galaxy's opera house. Inside, Chancellor Palpatine had been watching their every move, having heard of the wanderings of young Skywalker. For once, Palpatine had not sensed a change in mood from what he hoped to be his future apprentice, only receiving news of his disappearance at the same time as the Jedi. From some of his allied bounty hunters, the Sith Lord had discovered Anakin was already off of the planet, but it was a mystery as to where. Sidious quickly ordered Dooku to ensure everything on Scipio went according to plan, and secure their control over the Banking Clan. Darth Sidious would not fail. That is it for part 1 of What If Padme Divorced Anakin. If you'd like to see a part 2 soon, please like this video, turn on that notification bell, click that subscribe button on this channel, as well as on my other channel What If Films. And as always, leave a comment on what if you'd all like to see next, and how I can improve my videos. Thank you all very much for watching, and see you next time.